What's up everyone, welcome on back to the channel. Now this video is going to be a little bit different because this weekend, y'all, we were outside. Well, I mean, kinda. First of all, let me start off by shouting out EA for sponsoring today's video, because not only are they sponsoring today's video, they flew me out to San Francisco to their main EA headquarters. I was able to get an early access look at their new game, Immortals of Aveum. Now, of course, you know, I had to take you guys along on the ride with me. I had to do a little bit of vlogging, so forgive me if the camera footage is shaky at all. I was very excited to be on the EA campus. Also, it was a very windy day in San Francisco. Anywho, so once we got to the EA campus, they took us into this big room and it basically had computer setups everywhere. It was myself and a lot of other creators. There were some press members there as well, and we all had the chance to check out Immortals of Aveum for the very first time. Before we got started, we watched a short presentation. We got to see, you know, a couple of trailers that were really cool. And we also got to listen to some of the game developers talk about the game, which is really cool because you get that, you know, up close and personal experience. And I always appreciate that.
After proving himself time and time again, he is invited to join the elite order of Magni known as the Immortals, or the Navy SEALs of Aveum. Combat is fast, fluid, and chaotic. Immortals is a frenetic and tactical first-person experience.
And then it's time to play. It's about that time to play. So you know what? Let's get into it. Created by Ascendant Studios, Immortals of Aveum is a single-player first-person magic shooter. In the game, you play as Jax, who is a beginner battle mage who has joined the side of the Immortals to uncover the mysteries of Aveum and protect Lucium from losing control of magic. Now listen, even though I'm not usually an FPS player, I do indeed believe in magic. And honestly, it was really cool being able to learn all about the magic that could be used against our enemies and in the environment right there with Jax. Even though the combat definitely had some intense moments, it kind of felt like we were just in it together. Speaking of magic, there are 3 forms that you're able to master with their own unique set of spells and colors, which includes the blue force, the red chaos, and the green life. Within the magic forms, you're able to unlock more than 25 spells and 80 different talents in a skill tree, all of which can improve your fighting style in the heat of battle, and believe me, oh, you're gonna need them. Some of the spells include a control spell called Lash that quickly pulls your enemies to you, a fury spell called Torrent that sends out 3 range-seeking magical projectiles. Yeah, imagine that. And my personal favorite, which is under the red chaos, it's the Blast Wave, which creates a huge fiery explosion around you. The magic you use comes in many forms, including the equipment that you use for Jax. Using sigils can unlock new types of magic spells. Rings can enhance the strength of your spells. Totems can affect your magical equipment and spells, while bracers can affect your passive abilities and stats. Now listen, my goal was to have Jax sporting every piece of gear possible, but I ran out of time. Maybe next time. I was actually surprised to see the different possibilities of how magic could be unlocked, and I'll admit, when I started off the game in the training grounds, I didn't realize how important switching your magic was. Oh, but I quickly found out.
You're what's called a Triarch, Jack. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
Some Magni only know certain colors?
There are benefits to it. The more limited your palette, the easier it is to master. The Triarch trades that mastery for versatility.
Now listen, the combat in the game is extremely fast-paced. When I say fast, I mean fast. There were some moments where I was hiding out in the corner hoping I wasn't spotted because those enemies are no joke. The magic you use for your enemies matters, so don't think you could just stick to 4 spells alone and power through the entire game. The color of the magic you use against your enemies will have to pair up with them. So for example, red magic will break your enemy's red shield, blue will destroy blue, and green kicks green on out of here. In some cases, you have enemies that don't respond to certain types of magic at all, and it's up to you to quickly change your game plan around to figure out what types of magic will send out the most damage. Now, imagine changing up your strategy about what magic to use when you're in a heated head-to-head battle with a dragon. And when I say heated, I mean that fire it was shooting out definitely had me running around panicking for a while. After all of that fighting, you guys, I had worked up quite the appetite. So, once again, I just want to thank EA for sponsoring today's video, but also thank you for providing lunch. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, now back to the actual video. During our 3-hour playthrough, we were able to see the training grounds, the ruins, and the Pale Forest of Aveum. And you all know I'm a sucker for good graphics. You guys, this is a really pretty game. Not only is exploring during gameplay visually appealing, I mean, the cutscenes kind of felt like I was watching a movie. And of course, that helps when you have such a powerhouse of a cast behind the voice acting.
I was fine.
They did a really good job of giving the characters their own unique personality, and it was entertaining to hear the dynamics between all of them interacting with each other.
I've reached the forest entrance, sir.
Good. I'm approaching from the east. Our target is the ley line tower. Scouts have spotted activity in that area.
I thought you said it was dead. What does the hand want with it?
That's the question.
And it's just us? No backup or anything?
We're Immortals, Initiate. We don't need backup.
You can pre-order Immortals of Aveum releasing July 20th, 2023 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC via the EA app, Steam, and the Epic Games Store. And you guys, I made it real easy for you. The pre-order link is in the video description right now. All you gotta do is just scroll on down. It was so cool to be able to check out the game ahead of release date. EA, thank you once again for having me. And who knew? All I needed was a little bit of magic to enjoy an FPS game. Before we close out the video, I have to show you guys the fight with this dragon because it was giving me a run for my money. Okay? Please enjoy.